Hello and welcome back to another video on the Wrestle Debate and to another edition of AEW Rampage Out, a holiday special featuring 4 matches as the TNT Championship was on the line. Hook was in action once again as he impressed in just his second career match, as well as plenty of other things on the card featuring Jungle Boy versus Azaria Cassidy to kick off the show. Both men locked up as Jungle Boy took his opponent down with a shoulder tackle. A distraction from HFO allowed Azaria Cassidy to take control and deliver forearm shots and kicks in the corner. Cassidy showed off in the corner, but it cost him as Jungle Boy hit a lucha arm drag. The Jurassic Express member then managed to get back in control and was chopping Azaria, but however Cassidy quickly got back in control after a distraction. Back from the break, Cassidy was still in control, but Jungle Boy delivered a huge lariat and followed out with a Falcon Arrow for a near fall. He then went for a German suplex and got another near fall before dumping him on the outside. He hit a suicide dive as Mark Quinn and Christian Cage battled out of ringside. Matt Hardy ate a spear from Christian, and that allowed Jungle Boy to lock in the snare trap and pick up the win. I'm going to give this 6 out of 10. Decent enough match to kick off the show. No major storyline implications, just good for Jungle Boy to get another win, and yeah, it's a bit of fun to kick off the show. Next up was Hook back in action against Bearnson. We Want Hook was being chanted as Team Taz were on commentary. Bearnson got taken down by Hook as he went for a single leg Boston Crab early on. Hook clubbed him with punches in the corner before Bronson overpowered him. The former fought out of the corner before Bronson hit a shoulder breaker, but Hook stood up immediately to hit a huge area and hit a Northern Light suplex and a side headlock suplex. He finished off the match with the redrum submission for the victory. And yeah, this was another short but snappy match. Really great win for Hook, getting more and more over with every match. So yeah, this was really good. I'll give it 7 out of 10. Next up was Layla Hirsch versus Chris Outlander. They shook hands straight away to Hirsch's movement. Both women flexed their muscles before Layla took Chris down. Statlander then hit a power slam and a huge vertical suplex for a near fall before the Galaxy's favourite alien locked in a headlock, but Hirsch fought back. The Russian star trapped Statlander in an armbar, but the latter lifted Hirsch up. Layla slapped Chris, which angered the latter as she delivered the blue thunderbomb. Chris Statlander then fought back with a big boot and hit a reverse body slam. She trapped Layla Hirsch in the spider crab for a submission victory. Yeah, this was a decent match. I was kind of surprised by the result, but a decent match. And yeah, good action. I'll give it 6 out of 10 though, because yeah, I don't think it'll have massive implications. That was Cody Rhodes versus Sammy Guevara for the TNT title. Justin Roberts announced that David Crockett was present in the arena before introducing the champion and the challenger. But Sammy Guevara came out flying with a dropkick and tried to go for the GTH, but Cody countered. More reference from Sammy saw Cody roll out and regroup. Arn Anderson offered some advice as Cody took Sammy down with a headlock, but the latter hit a power slam to regain control. Sammy went for a disaster hit, but Cody countered with the Cody cutter. The Spanish God went for a shooting star press, but his opponent dodged and rolled Sammy inside the ring. Rhodes leads to Guevara in the midsection and locked Sammy in an arm hold before the challenger had the champion in a vertical suplex position. Cody went to the top rope, but Sammy moved out the moonsault. Sammy delivered a spear in the corner, hit an Azaria and delivered a huge cutter for a near fall. Guevara delivered a crossroads and hit a 450 splash on the outside before Cody caught Sammy and powerbombed him into the crowd and delivered the disaster kick. Cody tried to get Sammy to his feet, but the inner circle member was staggered and couldn't get out. Rhodes and Guevara had perched on the top rope, but the latter countered the GTH. Cody kicked out to everyone's shot, causing Sammy to go for the 630. The former got his knees up, and Cody hit a Tiger Drive in 98 for the win, and David Crockett crowned him the first first 3-time TNT champion. And yeah, 8 out of 10 I'm going to give this. I know this decision will be very unpopular in making Cody the champ, but for me it's just perfect. It's slowly building towards his heel turn. To be honest, I wasn't really getting Sammy's TNT title run. I really didn't hit the heights I kind of expected, so it's not terrible to let them go. But yeah, Cody going, I think it's all part of the long-term storyline, which is going to be really good. Overall, AEW Rampage gets a 7 out of 10 from me. Yeah, really solid episode of Rampage, this one. Lots of festive fun. New TNT champion incoming, which was really good. Great match as well. Hook is just a legend. And the rest of the stuff on the card was more than serviceable too. So yeah, a really good episode of Rampage. But anyway guys, that's it for the video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, comments down below. Follow me on Twitter, link to mode for daily wrestling news. And subscribe to the channel, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.